No. Now, listen here. Listen here, ladies and gentlemen. This is kind of a PSA. I'm not like a Geek Squad fella or whatever. Um, I just go from experience and Google. Because Google is a good friend of mine. When I'm looking for some solutions to some problems, I just get on there Google and see what people have already had to deal with to try to solve my problems. However, I had a problem that I did not know I had. I decided it was a great idea to buy a amazingly priced external hard drive. Well, okay, more like a memory card. This used to be that memory card. I'll get back to that in a minute. Yeah, it was like $15 or something. I can't even remember. It was a few years ago. Bought it off Wish, maybe? First mistake. There's lots of stuff on there that's questionable. But anyway, I don't recommend buying like hard drives or something from them, because even though the price might seem sweet, it's unrealistic, and they probably are infected with something. I ended up having a virus that replicated itself and probably allowed remote access for somebody, and it can branch through the network. So as soon as you find out that you have such a problem, like if your Windows or whatever protection comes up and it's like, whoa, something's going on, and it'll actually recognize the virus, but it won't be able to quarantine it or anything. That's like, there's something wrong here. So when you figure that out, cut off the network, all right? And if you have a previous recovery state, then that's awesome. If not, you might have to start building from the ground up. But anyway, just to see if you do have a previous state, go into, type in your shortcut bar, the little search, control panel, and go to safety and maintenance. And then you should be able to go to the middle option and select the date that you want to recover if you don't have one. Yeah, it's going to be a long haul. You might have to build from the ground up. Unless you're super savvy and you can figure out what, important files that it's mimicking and trying to infect your computer with. Because if you can do that, awesome. You are awesome. 9 times out of 10, Windows or whatever virus protection you have is not going to be able to find it and get rid of it in time, and it's already too late. So you got to change passwords. You got to, do anything you can to try to prevent schmuckatellis from stealing your stuff. I'm like, I don't know what they trying to steal. Ain't nothing to steal, homie. What the hell? Go after the billionaires or something. Ugh, whatever. Anyway, only reason I know this is because I had used this bad boy. It's 1 terabyte. Right. Anyway, should have known that was a joke. I plugged it into my Mac to back up some files or whatever. I didn't think anything of it. Maybe a year later, my Mac had 0 space left. Granted, I don't have a big hard drive in the damn thing to begin with, but there was something fishy going on. I went into where I could see all of the information, and it kept fluctuating, the amount of data that was being taken up. It kept going up and down, but more up, and it kept creating stuff. I was not downloading anything, or it was maxing it out, and I couldn't do a damn thing. It was slowing down the computer and just all this craziness that is not cool at all, mind you. You're on tech support for a couple hours and they are useless. Sorry, but did not help one lick. And so I took it upon myself I had to delete some of the bloat files or whatever that I could recognize that I didn't need to copy necessarily, just to get the stuff that I wanted. That's another thing. Back your stuff up. You got stuff you like. You're in a business and you got pictures or whatever you're doing for somebody else. Back it up. I can't stress enough. Just a simple external hard drive of the Western Digital variety, perhaps. You can get a 4 terabyte one for like, what, $50-$60 now? Anyway, besides backup, I did what I could. I saved my files, and I had to restore. The system from the ground up, and I was lucky enough to be able to do it. I didn't have any like factory disk. Mac works a little differently than PC. You go in on the startup to reset the operating system, and it'll download it right there for you, which is awesome as long as you can log into your Apple account or whatever. So that's the only way that I cured it. I had to reinstall everything. Not cool. So moral of the story is, you have these little guy laying around. He ain't laying around no more. Ain't gonna be accidentally plugging it in because I smashed it with the damn hammer. That's the only way. Or throw it into a burning pit, whatever. But yeah, I forgot, I guess, that I was like, ooh, I'm going through my stuff and let me plug in this little memory card here, see what's on it. Yeah. And then my virus protection comes up and be like, there's something fishy afoot, and it could not quarantine it or whatever. And I was like, oh no, I think I know what this is. So yeah, I was lucky enough to have a previous state saved, or rather it was auto. When I installed DirectX 10, probably for a game, I don't know, I don't remember installing it, but it saved the data a couple of days ago. So awesome. So it'll rebuild the registry and stuff, and make it as it was that time. You'll still have like your other stuff you installed. I mean, for the most part, what I've noticed, you don't lose that much. It's just, very crucial files, stuff that you've installed in the system, which if you have a virus in the system and it can't recognize it, that's probably where you got to draw the line. So I was able to restore my previous state, and so far, no problems. Yeah, I don't recommend, at the end of the day, buying external devices that are in like little Ziploc bags and stuff that can be tampered with before you get it. Not good. You plug it into something and it's it. It's over. So yeah, especially Wish. Be careful what you buy on Wish. It's a meme after all. You get something on Wish and it's kind of, not exactly what you expected it to be. It kind of looks like a, Chinatown knockoff of something that you really wanted. And, oh yeah, it was like half the price, right? So worth it. Not all the time. There's some weird shit on there. Be careful.